This question is asking for the general solution for the equation cosine theta equals 0. So what values of theta will give cosine theta equals 0? So remember, in radians, cosine is a periodic function that repeats every 2 pi radians. So the period is 2 pi. And it crosses 0 at pi over 2, or 90 degrees, and 3 pi over 2, 270 degrees. But it then continues to repeat at multiples, odd multiples of pi over 2. So pi over 2, 3 pi over 2, and 5 pi over 2. So you could write the solution as something like this. You could say, well, theta is simply the cosine inverse of 0, which is pi over 2, and 3 pi over 2, and 5 pi over 2, etc. But if you recognize that these are odd multiples, we write that out as odd multiples of pi over 2, and you recognize that anything that's odd can be written as 2n plus 1. So it's 2n plus 1 times pi over 2. Why 2n plus 1? Because if n is an integer, then twice the integer will be even, and if you add 1, that makes it odd. So we could simply say that the cosine is equal to 2n plus 1 times pi over 2. So theta is equal to 2n plus 1 times pi over 2. So that will give you odd multiples of pi over 2. So that could be a general solution. An alternative, if you want to write it in the form of a solution plus something times n, you could say the solution is pi over 2. That's your main solution. And then you have alternate solutions every pi, because this distance here is pi. And then this distance here is pi. So the distance between your solutions is pi. So you could say it's pi over 2 plus n times pi. And that's also a perfectly acceptable general solution. So this is probably the simpler way to write it. It's pi over 2 plus integer multiples of pi. And clearly n can be negative, and that would account for these solutions here. So theta equals pi over 2. We can get rid of the cosine inverse and say our final answer is theta equals pi over 2 plus n times pi.